Hey guys, Toby from Had the Fitness. Alright, so it's currently Thursday. This vlog's going to be more like a 4-day vlog. I'm going to cut it down to 10 minutes. It's going to be a few workouts in it and a little bit about reverse carb cycling. And in the coming videos, I'm going to cover off on macronutrients, micronutrients. The other day I covered off on actual diet. I'm just going to go do a quick physique update. And then today I'm going to get in a really good feed before I actually work out, because it's I'm currently on legs push-pull. I did leg strength on Monday. I did pull hypertrophy on Tuesday. Push hypertrophy on Tuesday. Pull strength yesterday, and today I'm going to be doing leg hypertrophy. So there's going to be a lot of volume in it. So a lot of sets, a lot of reps. I just moved from a 4-day split to 6 days currently at the moment. I'm going to see how I go on the Friday to Saturday. Today I'm going to be working out in a box gym, so it's more so going to be probably more of a full body workout, but more of a lower body emphasis. Yeah, I'm just going to go for a quick walk this morning, just and a little bit of yoga, and just get metabolism going, feel good, and then off to work, gym. And then standard life, you know how it is. I'm currently pretty lean at the moment, so I dropped down from around 102, 103 kilos. I'm down to about 95. That's just from bulking phase and then just doing intermittent fasting and doing reverse carb cycling. So lower carbs on training days and then higher carbs on off days, just to get my refeed days in on higher carbs. So my off days are higher carb days, just to stop that fact of overeating and binge eating, all that kind of stuff. So serratus is starting to come in a lot more. Abs, standard, I'm pretty happy. I'm always happy even when like I'm bigger. Like, yeah, you just have to be currently happy with you. Just have to make sure you're happy with your own current body. It doesn't matter if you're fat, obese, like whatever it is, skinny. Like, it's taken me a long time to get to where I am. I haven't always been like this. Like, I know I'm maybe easy to say or seem a little bit superficial, but you just have to be happy with where you are in life. Overall, it doesn't really matter. All right, so next time you see me on the path.
So back to what I was saying. Could be us. Could be us. Could be us. Could be us. It's Mercedes. I bought like Tracy McGrady. Before her girl said she the thing, she gotta say please. This could be us when she playing. This could be us when she playing. I'm wild, I'm so crazy. Could be us.
Reverse carb cycling. Okay, so this is an awesome method for weight loss and just generally having a low body fat percentage and restricting your carb intake. That is scientifically proven as well to be beneficial, because you don't have to eat carbs every day to benefit like replenishing glycogen levels. So when you work out, you use glycogen as energy for anaerobic activities primarily, and the main source of glycogen comes from carbohydrates. So you don't have to eat carbs mainly every day. So reverse carb cycling is basically on training days, you'll have primarily just proteins and fats, not carbs. The only time you'll have carbs is actually on the training day post-exercise, maybe a little bit before and a little bit after, but no more carbs on that day. You wanna be below maybe 50 to 100 grams of carbohydrates, just so you get the maximum amount of post-exercise nutrition. And then following that, on the days that you have off, which are planned, where there's not really going to be an exercise, or exercise is going to be quite low, you have a higher carb day, because that's generally when you're going to have a refeed day, or you're going to kind of be you're more likely to come off your diet. Okay, you're more likely to snack and have the things that you want. So why not have that as a program day, okay? So when it comes to actual like muscle growth, it doesn't happen overnight. It happens over like a 48 to 72 hour period of actual recovery. So you go to the gym, you make micro tears and trauma actually in your muscles, and then roughly 36 to 72 hours your muscles repair that. Okay, so that being said, you don't have to eat carbohydrates like straight post exercise and smash in a large amount of carbohydrates that day to actually replenish and build the muscle. So you can have your carb day, get that refeed day in the day after. Okay, so you've got roughly a 2 to 3 day window like where you're still going to be building muscle. Okay, so this being said, training day will be a low carb day, and then your off days will be a high carb day. So reverse carb cycling is pretty much your days off. Days off you have a large amount of carbs, and your training days, you'll have a large amount of fats. And this point of having fats is a higher amount of dietary fat is it will keep you more so in a ketogenic energy surplus. So you're more likely to utilize your body's fat as opposed to using the actual ingested fat. So you're going to be more likely to burn body fat as opposed to carbohydrates. Because when it actually comes to selection of energy sources, the body will pretty much select whatever's in the digestive tract to metabolize first, as opposed to actually using the body's energy based on your basal metabolic rate, your activity level, and how much food you have ingested roughly in the last 24 to 48 hours in regards to what will be periodized first for food intake. But generally, if you had carbs, they're going to get metabolized quite quickly, and dietary fat is a longer process than actually utilizing fats for energy. So it's going to use the carbs and like protein, like the amino acids, all that kind of stuff first before it's really going to get the dietary fat. So if you have a low carb day, you're more likely to utilize your body fat as energy, given you're in a calorie deficit. But even if you're not in a calorie deficit, you'll find that your body will metabolize fats, like actual body fat, a lot better than utilizing the carbs for energy. You'll find that people actually that have roughly the same diet, the same macro intake, and one person does intermittent fasting, the other person eats say 3 to 6 meals a day, one person might eat 2, the other one eats 6. The actual person that has been doing intermittent fasting, majority of cases will actually have a better body composition and be leaner, okay, because they have that time period of actually being in ketosis, and actually the thermogenic effect of food over that 24-hour period is going to be the same. So it's the same amount of food that they're intaking, but one has an eating window and one has a fasting window. So the idea is that they're going to burn body fat because they haven't eaten for like 12 to 16 hour period. This is intermittent fasting, and then they have an 8-hour eating window. So just bear that in mind. That's another protocol, intermittent fasting. But when it comes to this reverse carb cycling, so training days, low carb, off days, higher carb. So basically Monday is Monday's International Chest Day. You do chest, you have a lower carb day. Tuesday, you could have a medium carb day. Wednesday, you could have off and make that a high carb day. So generally you want to make your refeed days a high carb day, and you really get to enjoy the larger amount of carbs. So that day you can have lots of rice, you can have like sweet potato, whatever floats your boat carbohydrate wise. But just bear that in mind and trial it out. Try the ketogenic diet, try reverse carb cycling, try intermittent fasting, try any of those protocols, and if you are wanting to lose weight, as long as you're in a calorie deficit, you will get there eventually if you are working out correctly. So this goes for bulking as well. So this can help. Also, the reverse carb cycle can help for a lean bulk while staying lean. So you're kind of portioning out your macronutrients as well. If you have any questions or anything like that, shoot them below. I'm going to keep you guys up to date on the nutrition series. So keep your eyes peeled. The videos are coming, all right? See you in the next vid.